Hi there, I'm Sandra and I'm in my craft room today. I'm going to be showing you how to make this wonderful advent calendar on the xTool S1. This is the file for the advent calendar. Now I have separated it out into different items. I originally designed it and put it in sheets to fill sheet sizes. Mine were 40 by 30 centimeters. But I found that really didn't work that well because I wanted to cut out, for example, the complete components for the box part, which you see here. And then I wanted to cut out drawers, and then so scattering it around different sheets really, although it made sense, mathematically it didn't make sense when it came to putting it together. So I've altered it again so that it's in its different components. So this is the box base. We have the top and the bottom, and we have the sides. Optional decoration. These came from xTool Creative Space. The next page is the front and the roof. The roof is pretty self-evident. So these are the holes that your drawers are going to be going through. Now, if you have a thicker wood, your drawers are going to be very slightly thicker. And so if you cut out the double layer, you can use the inner layer for the back of the drawer and make sure that your drawer doesn't widen at the back because it will be ever so slightly smaller. If it's too tight, then you can adjust the size of the holes on this front piece by going to the outline and adding an offset to it. You can make it bigger or you can make it smaller. Otherwise you could waste an awful lot of material. So the next page is the drawers. We have the base, the two sides, and then the front of the drawer. With the front of the drawer, if you're planning on engraving anything on it, do make sure to put that onto your design before you send it to the laser, just to make life easier for yourself. If, like me, you're sticking things onto the drawers, it doesn't make any difference. I've not put them in a format of a grid simply because you can use scraps of wood from other projects if you're using the same type of wood. I've got lots of remnants of bits, and so I would squeeze in a drawer here and there and make use of scraps of wood I already had rather than using all the sheets that I had just bought. I bought 6 sheets of 40 by 30 for this project, and you can get it out of those 6 sheets. And if you're getting your drawers or any other little bits out of old scrap you got, it'll take even less. If you do want to put them in a grid formation, it's easily done. Come down here to the applications and go for grid array, and then you can do your columns and your spacing. So no problem, you can do that there quite easily. Horizontal supports. These are the horizontal shelf supports. The next one is the eaves and part of the roof. So we have a decorative piece for going around the edge. We have the back here with a hole. If you don't want to put lights in it, don't put the hole in, just take it out. And then we have the holes in the front, decorative ones for light to shine through. Now with this piece here, you have a choice. You can either apply it directly to this front, which is what I did, or you can apply it to the front of the roof section. If you want to apply it directly to this piece here, there is a little alteration that you may want to make, because this part here will interfere with the top left and top right drawer opening. So I did make a little adjustment manually after I'd cut my pieces out. If you really don't want to do that, then the easiest way of getting around it is to apply it to the front of the prepared roof instead of on top of the eaves. Here we have a piece which I did not cut out because this is an alternative topper. If you don't want to put a proper roof on and make it into a chalet, then you can cut this out and put that on the front instead. Here we've got the vertical supports. This is the bottom. So that goes to the bottom of the box and it fits perfectly well. And then the last section I've got here are the cutouts that I made to go on the front and the pieces that I used to make the little door on the back, which is optional. If you're not worried about light escaping from the back of it, you don't have to worry. You could also just take one of these pieces and put a hinge on the back if you wished. So I just made this little wooden door arrangement, stacked up some squares, one which is larger to stop it falling inside the hole, and then these little ones are for a handle so you can actually grip it. Now let's get to the making of the advent calendar. So I've got most of my pieces for this advent calendar cut out, and the S1 just cuts through this stuff like butter, which is really great. I've got my glue gun, my hot glue gun here ready and waiting to go. But it's important that they go directly in line with the bottom of the holes. Once the horizontal pieces are in, the vertical ones slot in very easily. You don't have to glue them. So that will be at the front, and it will just end up slotting into here, and it can be glued in. This is so you can put some lights in should you wish to do that. Now I've just made a door which was made from the cutout, a couple of layers of that size cutout, another slightly larger one so you couldn't put it in and drop it because you don't have to try and get it out once you've got it in there. And what I discovered was that it would fall out, probably because of the weight. So what I've done is I've added a tiny amount of hot glue along this edge just to give it a kind of rubbery feel, and I did smooth it out, and what that does is it makes it a very, very tight fit, so that once it's in there isn't going to be dropping out anytime soon. Okay, so we have decorations on the side, we have the engraving, or the scoring I should say, on the roof, and we have drawers that easily go in and out. I think this is going to make a great gift for someone. I think children would really enjoy colouring in these little ornaments on the front as well. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll come back to xTool and watch some more videos in the future. Take care now.